Greetings, Minecrafters, and welcome to a continued Minecraft discussion on the habits thing we were just talking about, but it's different. So you can hang up on me, and that's totally fine. But if you don't, you'll find out there's like the second part to that. So my name is Kimberly Quinn, and I'm excited to throw that this Minecraft discussion today in the deep, like we're back there. We're back there farther than usual. So we're counting on the bears doing their nappies right now because we don't really need anybody having insomnia. There's little G back from the spa, fluffy, beautiful, feeling way more comfortable now that he's had the clumps from the back of his ears scraped out. They don't hurt him or anything. They're just like dreads, little doggy dreads, and he had his butt shaved. Which, in addition to the fabulous pedicure and the lovely bath, it's a bonus when that's been part of the package. It's by having your butt shaved, right? So he feels like really comfortable. Okay, so we talked about habits being part of the type of person you want to be, right? Helping us to create and live our best life by living who the type of person we want to be. So we talked about that. Then we talked about implementation intentions, which is an amped up intention. We talked about how I set an intention every day of my life. I tend to have a calm mind. I intend to have fun. I intend to bring success into every single task I do within the best of my ability. I intend to have a great lunch with my friend. I intend for this meeting to go the best it possibly can. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, implementation intentions actually hold you to it, really hold you to it. And James Clear, with his research, found I'm paraphrasing again, so like a 90% success rate for people who did the implementation intention. Okay, which means to write it down, right? So I'm at 7 o'clock, I'm going to wake up at 7 o'clock, pour my hot tea, do my gratitude journal, and then I'm going to bring out my Lulu sexy yoga mat, and I'm going to stretch for 15 minutes. But you're writing it down. So I'm going to blank at this time in this location. Found like a 90% success rate. And also you want to make that intention doable. You don't want, okay, tomorrow I'm going to apply to NASA and be an astronaut. Like, do that. But we're talking about, smaller situations and habits. And that roughly it takes approximately 21 days for a habit to shift and stick. They don't break. They're not made. They shift and stick. Okay, excellent. So now, the second sort of part about that, James Clear in his book Atomic Habits, he is my inspiration for this day. He talks about habit stacking, which the concept of that is brilliant. So that's where we kind of piggyback off a habit that's already working. So I kind of picture myself jumping on a horse and just like do, like with something that's already full throttle working. So if you're full throttle working, I'm thinking about my morning routine is really working as far as I wake up, my gratitude journal is right on the windowsill. We've talked about this, which sort of takes advantage of the 20-second rule, which is from Schwanegger. He gets a shout out for that. So because I have to literally walk by my gratitude journal to get out the door, I don't miss it ever. So the 20-second rule is making things easier by you want it to be within reach within 20 seconds. You have to go digging in sock drawers and you put it in a different spot every time. And it's, whatever, manana, right? So it has to be something that's reachable within 20 seconds. Also works in the reverse for unwanted habits, but that's for another time. So my gratitude journal is right there. I make my hot tea. I do my gratitude journal. All that is less than 10 minutes. So now, since that's already really working, I don't think I've missed a day. I can't even think of it unless I were traveling, because I don't usually take my gratitude journal with me. Sometimes I bring a different one, only because I'm afraid to leave it in San Francisco or whatever. I just don't want to do that. So other than that, I don't miss a day ever, never, ever, ever, ever. The hot tea thing is etched in stone. The gratitude thing is etched in stone. So this is a really great piggyback for me to, our son gave me this sexy Lululemon yoga mat, which I've been using, Ryan, in case you're watching. But I was spotty with the weights, and so I really want to make that more consistent. He gave me 3s and 5s, as he says. So, and I want to make it doable. So I want to shift that habit into every day or most days, because every's a big word. But I plan for it to be an everyday thing. So to piggyback, let's say 30 reps, that can't take 2 minutes, right? Or 3 minutes, like if you're. So 30 reps is my plan to start right after I do my hot tea and gratitude journal is the 30 reps. And then I'm piggybacking off of what I'm already doing. So that's what habit stacking means. So let's say you've got another morning routine with your hot coffee. And maybe you do like a little meditation. That's where or hot coffee and something else. Maybe you read something. Maybe do the hot coffee straight into the meditation, because here's a trick. or mindfulness. That's mindfulness can be considered meditation, but it's really different. So let's say you put on just 1 minute, keep the bar low, 1 minute of acoustical music or just quiet. Make sure it's totally quiet and do that 1 minute first before you get into anything that's going to stimulate the brain, because it's more difficult, in my opinion, to go from, even if it's inspirational. Well, maybe not if it's inspirational. Okay, well, reading or watching YouTube, it's tougher to go back to that minute of mindfulness when you've already gotten going kind of with the day. So for me, the gratitude journal and the mindfulness thing rolls right together, and then do an inspirational book or YouTube. But it's about habit stacking, something that's already working. Let's say you already have a walk. You're already doing really well with your walk in the morning. Well, that would be a really super easy one to stretch and keep the bar low. So I'm going to stretch for 5 minutes. 5 minutes, I'm going to stretch something. I'm not going to say what I'm going to stretch. I'm going to stretch something, whatever I'm feeling on that day. But that's a really easy piggyback when you're already doing so well with the walk. So you get the idea with habit stacking. And brain-wise, this is absolutely brilliant. It's a lot of skeeters out here. That's why I'm moving around a little bit. It's absolutely, whoopsie, I was on a rock. Absolutely brilliant to stack habits. So that's it. You get it. Piggyback on something that's already working for you. Okay? Excellent. Little G. This is Kimberly Quinn signing off from the beautiful, beautiful northern Vermont with lots of skeeters. Have a mindful day.